Hi friends, let us welcome back to our channel, that is Point Out. So as a part of ncert series, we have discussed about two chapters, that is the Indian Constitution, and secondly we discussed about understanding secularism. So today we are moving to the third chapter, that is Parliament, the making of laws. So before going to study the third chapter, let us revise the last topic, that is understanding secularism. So understanding secularism, we have majorly studied about what is secularism. Okay, what is secularism? So secularism is nothing but separation of religion. Separation of religion from state is nothing but secularism. It says that state don't want to involve in the religion personal laws. It did not have any permissions to involve in personal laws and religion perspectives, and religion matters should not involve in state. Okay, so this is nothing but secularism. And further we have studied how our India country strategically followed India, how strategically followed for the secularism. For secularism. So first one will be, so we all know that our country India is a diversified country. So it consists of many religions, many castes, there are different genders, sex. So to maintaining peace and harmony in all of them, and maintaining unity and integrity. Okay, preserving peace and maintaining unity and integrity. So we followed three things. First one is distancing far from religion. So state should be far from religion. State don't wanted to involve in religion matters. Let us see with an example. So at public places, such as hospitals, schools, courts, so at these places, any particular religion did not given priority. So another religion don't wanted to discriminate. So everyone should wanted to be treated equally, and in any particular state don't wanted to officially declare as particular religion as official for that state. Okay, suppose let us see with an example. So one state, there are three religions. In that religion, a religion is majority in the population. So because of that majority, that state don't wanted to made as a official, like Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is the first one, distancing far from religion. Next, second one will be non-intervency. Non-interference. So state don't wanted to involve in religion matters. Let us see with an example. So in the last class we have discussed, so for Sikh community, so purga or turban. So wearing of purga is the most precious for them according to their religious practices. So to respect such practices, so constitution provided fundamental right, that is freedom of religion. What? freedom of religion. So because of that, state not involved in religion aspect. So this is about the non-interferency. Next let us discuss about interferency. Interferency. So we have studied that. So whenever in particular religion, if they violates the fundamental rights of another citizens, okay, higher members, if they violates the fundamental rights of other citizens, then the state will involve in it, interrupt and eradicate. The best example will be in the Hindu community. So olden days they used it to practice untouchability. So the state involved in it and take actions to remove untouchability, to make justice for them. So these are the things we have discussed regarding understanding secularism. So today we are discussing about parliament, making of laws. Parliament, making of laws. So before going to study, let us define a basic term, that is democracy. Democracy. So democracy, it's a complicated. So we have studied detailed in 9th class. Now just see the 4 features of democracy. 4 features of democracy. So to be a country, call it as democracy, first it should wanted to follow one person, one vote, and it should be one value. Okay, this is the first feature. Next, second one will be, so people will represent the representative through process of election. Okay, so that representative should hold the decision making power. Hold decision making power. So in the hands of them, it should wanted to be light. So this is the second feature. For example, Pakistan. So the people were elected some other representative, but the power lies in the army personalities. So it's not a democratic. Third one will be the free and fair electoral practices. So free and fair electoral says that whether might be they are in the ruling party or whether they are in the opposition. So both of them should wanted to have the equal opportunity to lose or win. So this is nothing but free and fair electoral process. Our country India is the best example for that, because in our country India, magical things will happen while the elections will place. The best example will be Andhra Pradesh elections and the Telangana state elections. So the results are completely unshakable. Next, fourth one will be constitution will be the supreme. Constitution. So no person or any individuality, they didn't have the right to change the law or policy, to make a law or to break a law. Any individual person, they did not have any right. So to change that, it is a process. So they wanted to go through consultations. They wanted to pass a bill, and it should be discussed in Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, then it should wanted to be signed with president, then that bill passed into a law. Until any individual person, there is no right. Okay, this is the fourth one. So present, just understand, don't try to remember. And further in the 9th class we study in depth about what is actual democracy. When we call ideal democracy. Okay. Now let us enter into our topic. So I wanted to start with a question. If you know, comment. So why all the people to provide wanted to vote? Why all the people wanted to vote? And how universal adult franchise introduced universal adult franchise introduced in our India. Okay, so let us see. So we got independence around at August 15, 1947. Before that, we are under the control of British. So we are colonials of British people. So they made laws and policies. They are favorable to the British people and they are against to our Indian people. So even though we are not interested on that laws and policies, they make us they forced us to follow such rights, such laws. Okay, so because of that, people were suffered a lot. People suffered a lot. So while the days are going on, so slowly nationalists became active. They started criticizing the British people, and freedom movements were also started from the many places. Okay, so because of such actions, so British people introduced Government of Act 1909. So criticism from the people, nationalists and freedom movements, because of all such things, British government introduced one act. So Government of Act 1909. So this act says Government of Act 1999. Government of Act 1909. So for the particular people, okay, in our India, for the certain range of people, so they provided right to vote. They provided certain amount of people. They provided right to vote. So to enter into legislation. So because of this, so many people from different places started revolution. So So different region people unitedly started movements, freedom movements. So they put a lot of resistance on the British people. So then nationalists observed and analyzed. So each and every individual need right to vote for the country's development or to preserve the peace and harmony. Okay. So in such a way, we got our constitution included universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise. So universal adult franchise says that so those who cross age of 18 years, and if they are the citizens of our country India, for us, so they have the right to vote. They have the right to vote, irrespective of the religion, caste, gender, creed. Okay, and it should be one vote, one value. So this is all about universal adult franchise. So because of that, people of our India, so for each and everyone getting the same right to vote, whether he might be the beggar or he might be the vegetable vendor or a market owners, whoever it might be. Now let us study how people elected representatives. It's about people and representatives. So people will make decision. People will make decision. So because of the people decision, government will be formed, and government will act to make to support the people. Okay, so people through the election process, through their decisions, government will form. Through decision making, they form the according to these people wishes, government will be formed, and they will work for people. So it happens through the process of election. Now let us see law making institutes. Okay, so this process should wanted to be respect each and everyone, whether it might be the political institutions, media or judiciary. Everything should wanted to be respect people's decision making. Then only country will develop. Okay. Now let us study law making institutions. Law making institutions. So law making institutions is known as ncert. Also known as Parliamentary of India. Parliament of India. So majorly it consists of So president, he is the head of parliament. Secondly, Rajya Sabha, also known as Council of Ministers. Further, we have Lok Sabha, also known as People of House. House of People. Okay. So Rajya Sabha, also known as Council of Ministers. So it consists of 245 seats. Okay. And it was controlled by Vice President of our India. Vice President. Among these, 12 people were elected by President. Okay. Next, when it comes to Lok Sabha, so Lok Sabha was elected by the people through election process. So people were utilized the right to own concept and they elected the representative as legislation process. The same process will be followed for Lok Sabha too. So after conducting the elections, so they selected the member of parliament. Okay. So member of parliament they will select. The process will be similar like legislation. MP, member of parliament. So people will elect through election process using right to vote. Then further, complete in our India, so combine MPs from the different parties. Different parties. So in that, the party whose majority will be high in the MPs, so that party will form the government. So the party which has high number of seats of MP, and if they cross the magical figure, that is, so completely we have 543 seats plus 2 Anglo-Indian seats are nominated. So in these seats, if they cross minimum half of the votes, half, if they cross, then known as magical figure, if they cross, they form the government. Okay. So in this way, from this party who will be the head, they will become as a prime minister of our country, India. PM. Okay. If they didn't cross the magical figure, so all parties are nearest but no one crossed the magical figure, then another thing, another concept will be coalition form of government. Okay. Coalition form of government. So different parties combined together, they form a government, and from that prime minister will took the ministers, so they will make the laws and policies, and ministers will execute in different domains such as finance, agriculture, industry sector, technology. Okay, in such a way country will be runs. So this is all about Parliament, making of laws. In the further lecture we study more about this chapter. Thank you friends.